Welcome, welcome to Kettlebell. We're already working. Here we go. Keep it light. Twist the hips. Maybe you roll your wrists. Maybe you roll your shoulders. This is your time. We take it to jumping jacks in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Jumping jacks to start. Keeping it light. Light on the feet. Relax shoulders, ribs in. Very nice, very nice. Keep going. All right, we'll go switches in 3, 2, 1, and switches. Arms straight, back straight, light on the feet once again. Really focus on pulling those arms down. Swing them up, pull them down towards your hips. 3, 2, 1, and time. Awesome. We're gonna do a little hinge and squat. So I'm gonna send my fingertips down my shins, slight bend in my knee, stretch my hamstrings, and then drop to a squat, stand all the way back up. Hinge, squat, and stand. Every hinge and every squat, trying to get a little bit deeper. Once the joints loosen up, you can move a little bit faster. Keep going, almost there. My balance. 3, 2, 1, and time. Into our lunge with overhead reach. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Lunge and reach. And stand. Reach. Stand. Keep going. Got a big extension at the top. 3, 2, and time. We'll open up those legs, lateral stretch side to side. Test that flexibility, see how deep you can get. Take your time. Once you've warmed up, you can start moving a little more. Start sliding side to side. 3, 2, walk it in. Let's feet walk all the way back up. We're gonna go to a little walkout, push-up, walk all the way back to standing. This is the last one for warm-up. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, hinge. Hands to floor, nice, strong, engaged. Press through that push-up. All the way back to standing, squeeze the glutes. Almost there, 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, and time. Awesome. All right, grab your kettlebells. Grab some water if you need it. Grab my kettlebell right here. And we're gonna start our first round. So for round 1, I'm gonna show you the first exercise. It is almost similar, or it's very similar to our warm-up exercise of our hinge and squat. So I'm gonna take my kettlebell, I'm gonna bring it to my goblet position. What I'm going to do is bring the bottom of the bell to my belly button-ish. That's approximately where my belly button is. It's actually a little bit higher, but you don't need to know. So against my belly, I'm going to hinge my hips back, and then I'm going to drop my hips to my squat. As I do that, the bell goes out in front, just getting my elbows to my knees, and then hinge back up and come to standing. So the whole thing will look like this. Hinge, squat, hinge, stand, hinge, bottom of the squat, back to my hinge, to my stand. Nice and simple. Make a nice smooth movement. We're looking at quads, hamstrings, alternating back and forth between activation of either. We'll do that for 40 seconds. This is round one. Get yourself ready. Take your time to figure out this exercise if it's new to you. We're going in for 5 seconds. So, grab it by the horns, the base to your belly button, hinge, squat, hinge, stand, squeeze the glutes. Keep that back flat when we hinge it out. Keep the knees slightly bent on that hinge as well. Try to get to the deep squat. Hold for a second. Reset. Squeeze the glutes as you stand tall, pushing through the heels. 5 seconds. Time. Carefully put it down. We're going to go to a half figure eight to a switch clean lunge. That's a mouthful, but it just means we're going to do this. Figure eight. Bring it around. Catch it in your opposite hand. Keep it close to your body. Reverse lunge through the legs. Catch. Reverse lunge. This is a single-sided exercise. You can switch it halfway. Through the legs. Rotate, catch. Hinge. We're going to do the half figure eight. Hinge, catch, slingshot. Return to the other hand. That's halfway. If I want to switch sides, then this can do two or a full, I should say full figure eight. Now we're working opposite side. Through, catch, slingshot, core is tight. Awesome. Okay, we're going to go to a push back, push up, plank drag. So setting that kettlebell off to the side on the outside of my wrist. Push back. I want you to try to push forward nice and low. Exhale. Grab, pull to the opposite side. Reset. Push back. Push forward low. Drive up and repeat. Let's go. Push back. Push forward. Exhale. Drag that bell across. Push back. Push forward. All the way up. And switch. Back. Forward. Up. Lock up those abs, try not to rotate. Core tight. 5 seconds. Time. Awesome. Okay, to our last one. We're going to do 3 rows into 1 mid pull with the catch. It's a familiar combination. So from any sort of rowing position, like this, stagger, find one that works. 3 rows. On the third one, wait, that's number 3, and then explode to your standing, catch at the hip, and reset. 1, 2, 3, mid pull catch, reset. 1, 2, 3, mid pull catch, reset. Back is flat. Squeeze the glutes when you stand tall. That's halfway. You can switch sides if you need to. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Done. 35 seconds is your break. So we've learned all 4. We attack it for second and third sets. Starting back up with our hinge, squat, hinge, stand. Squeezing the glutes. Catch your breath. All right, I'm going to start with you guys and take a quick peek. But then I'll jump back in because I'm sure you're good. I'm sure you got this. Here we go. All right, I'm up. belly. So bottom to the belly, hinge, squat, hinge, stand and squeeze. Hinge it out to the bottom squat, hinge and stand. All right, then come to a quick peek. We're at halfway. Oh, Lisa got back in, amazing. I'm glad you're here, Lisa. That's it. Everyone's doing good. Make sure you're bending those knees to the hinge position. Awesome, everyone looks good. Awesome, 3 seconds, 2, 1, beautiful. All right, to our half figure 8, to our catch, and to our lunge. If you want to switch sides, you can end up doing a full figure 8, and that way you get to your opposite hand. That's a good halfway switch if you're doing that version. Here we go. Through the legs, catch and rack position, reverse lunge, stand tall, keep the abs tight. Halfway point coming up. It's right there. I'm switching sides. I'm going for the full 1, 2, figure 8. Now I'm on my opposite. You're catching in rack position. Make sure it's nice and tight to the body. Core stays strong. Back stays straight. And excellent. Push back to push up. Now let's say we can't push forward and stay low. What we're going to do is push to the high position. You can do a push-up from the top. You can even drop to your knees, do that push-up, and then come back to the high plank to do the drag. Here we go. Push back, push forward, into plank drag. Come take a peek. Let's see where we're at. Looking good, that's it. Or stabilize the core. As soon as you pick up that hand to reach for the bell, you guys squeeze, full body activation. Nice, Karen, that's it. Nice, Yolanda. Excellent, Jessica, Lisa, I know you're killing this. I know you're working hard. Keep going, 3, 2, and time. Into our 3 rows. 3 rows to mid pull. Now, even if you're switching sides at the halfway point, start on your opposite side. Make sure you got nice strong rows. You're in a nice strong rowing position with the chest forward. So if I'm too high up, I'm just gonna put it into my trap. That's not comfortable. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, catch, reset. 1, 2, 3, catch, and reset. Keep going. I'm gonna take a quick peek at you guys. One more time. That's it, Jessica. That was halfway. If you want to switch hands, yeah. Some of you made adjustments already. Very good. Very nice. Make sure when you're standing at the catch position, pushing through the heels. Glutes are tight, core is tight. Just for that split second. Time, beautiful. 35 seconds. We go into our final set of round 1. So our hinge squat, hinge stand. Again, that's a mouthful. Should be a cooler name for it. I don't know it though. We should be comfortable with it by now. So it should be a nice, smooth process. The base of the bell comes to the belly button. Hinge, squat, hinge, stand, hinge, squat, hinge, and stand. Make sure you're taking a second just to gauge the glutes at the top of that position. Here we go. Hinge it out. Deep squat, hinge, stand and squeeze. Push the hips back. Don't just fold forward. So we're bending our knees slightly, push the hips back. And we get to a nice deep squat because that weight up in front is really counterbalancing our body. And time. Carefully put that down. Half figure 8, slingshot. to catch in the rack with the lunge. Big deep breath. Here we go. All right, let's go. Now, watch that lunge, trying to step back too far. A nice short step lunge really challenges your quad glute strength. Halfway just passed. I'm going for the full figure 8. I'm now on my opposite side. That's it. All right, let's go. And time. Push back. Push up. Plank drag. So when we set up, the weight should be to the outside of our wrist. There we go. Full plank. Push back. Come forward nice and low if you can to the top of that push up. And carefully drive it over to the other side. Halfway just passed. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and time. Beautiful work. Last one, 3 rows into our mid-pull catch. Remember, squeezing almost the entire body. We're standing in the mid-pull, in the catch position, excuse me. 3 to 1. 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. Explosive catch. Reset. 1, 2, 3. Explosive catch. Squeeze it up. Halfway coming up in 5 seconds. You can switch sides. Right about. Now that's halfway. If you're switching, make that switch. I did too many rows on that one. 3, 2, and time. That is round 1. Towel off if you need to grab some water. We are going to our round 2. Okay. Okay. We're going to our next round. Let's take a look at it right now. First exercise. So, very similar in concept to what was the first exercise of round 1, which was hinge, squat, hinge, and stand. We're going to combine some lunging and deadlift, the same idea. So, I'm going to go right hand. I'm going to load to the outside of my right leg. I'm going to do a reverse lunge. Reverse lunge. I'm going to lean forward, engage that back leg. Make sure I'm nice and strong and square to the floor. And then stand up. Reverse lunge. Lean forward. Watch my balance. Ooh, I didn't even do the exercise. Straight leg. And stand. One more time, just because I messed up. Reverse lunge. Lean forward. Engage that back leg nice and strong. And stand. You can switch again at the halfway point by just switching your hands and switching your lunging leg. Slow and controlled is the name of the game for this exercise. Also gives you a chance to work heavy because you're using your glutes and your legs. So if you have something a little bit heavier, take a chance. Just watch the balance. Keep the tippy toe down if you start to wobble. We are going to go in 5 seconds. Reverse lunge, single leg deadlift, standing up. Here we go. So I'm stepping back with my left. Leaning forward, keeping my back leg strong. Stand up. Lunge. Lean. Lift that leg. And stand using the glute. Down. Lean. Strong back leg. Halfway just passed. I'm staying on the same side. This is too good. It's too good to switch. I'll do it in the next round. Once again, reverse lunge. Lean forward, strong lift off that back leg. Stand back up, time. All right, we're gonna move on. Shoulder press. We're gonna shoulder press. Get the full lockout, hold for 3 seconds. Then we come right back down, fire it right back up. 3-second hold. All right, so isometric 3-second hold on the press. You can switch sides at halfway if you want. Then we'll start from rack, core tight, glutes tight. Shoulder press. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back, shoot it right back up. 2, 1, down, up. All right, you're doing your own 3-second counts. Keep the ribs in. Full lockout, bicep, almost to your ear. That's halfway. And keep breathing. Almost there. And time. We're going down to the floor for our half get up. So half get up, I'm gonna stay on my right hand. I'm gonna add, now this is optional. I'm gonna do a traditional sort of half get up here, where I'm going to push off my heel, the heel of this leg, push off, come to the top, and I'm gonna bring my elbow to my ribs, back to my press, and sit all the way back down. That's optional, or just give me your half get up. You can go as high as you want. If your shoulders are tired, take out the press. I'm posting hard on my elbow, keeping my chest open, controlling elbow to my ribs. Bring back up with control, halfway just past. 5 seconds. Time. Oof, that was tough. Into our last one. We're gonna do some swings, but I'm gonna add a dead stop. So, our starting position and the dead stop position is the same, so we should get comfortable right there. My belt is about a foot, foot and a half in front of me. I'm able to reach out and grab it comfortably in a hinged position. I'm gonna count 3 swings, and then when I'm done, I put it down, pause, and reset. So here we go, 3 big swings. 1, 2, 3, to the hips, back to the floor. 1, 2, 3, to the hips, back to the floor. Hike it back. Keep going. 3 seconds. Time. Put it down carefully. Catch your breath. That was a tough round. We start back up with our reverse lunge, single leg deadlift. Now, first round, I was working with my right hand loaded for most of the single unilateral exercises. Second round, I go to my left. And that's just to keep you reminded of what side you're working, so if you're following me or not, you'll know which side you should be on. Because sometimes you forget. I get it. 3 seconds, I'm picking up with my left hand. I'm stepping back with my right foot. Lunge, lean, lift that leg, stand tall. Lunge, lean, strong back leg, stand tall. Now as I lean forward, try not to rotate, keep the chest square, keep a slight bend in the front leg. Lunge, lean, strong back leg, stand. 5 seconds. Done. All right, we're going to our shoulder press, 3-second hold, ribs in, strong core, strong glutes. We're bringing it back to rack, we're gonna shoot it right back up. Catch your breath here, got 5 seconds. And We're back to it. In rack, press. 3, 2, 1. Reset. Shoot it back up. 3. Nice lockout, full engagement of the arm. Core obliques, glutes squeezing. Opposite hand making a fist. Just past halfway, or the halfway marker. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Time. We go down to the floor for a half get up and starting my opposite side for me with my left hand. I'm going to roll to my elbow and have the optional press by bringing my elbow to my ribs and pressing out through as your shoulders are again fatigued. You can take it out and just give me your regular half get up. Here we go. So rolling, posting, drop to my elbow, back up with control, come back down nice and slow. Roll into your shoulder, to your elbow, keeping the chest open, rolling back down. And time, carefully come out of it. We're gonna go to our 3 swings with the dead stop. So when we go to that dead stop position, make sure it's from the back swing. Back swing, return to the floor. Then I hike it back like I'm throwing a football between my legs. Hike it back, stand for 3. When you're done in 3, hips to the floor. I'm hinged back, almost leaning back against that bell. You can take a quick peek just to see where you're at. Make sure the bell doesn't go too far in front. You don't want it too far away. It'll put strain on your lower back and even pull you forward. You should be backing your heels, putting pressure against the bell from that hinged position. That's it. That's it. You guys look good. All right. I'll hop back in. Hike it back. Stand. 1, 2, 3. To my hips. To the floor. I'm hinged and ready. Hike it back. Hips back and down. Time, 35 seconds. We do it one more time. Now, odd number round, you have to keep it even. If you haven't been switching, you'll have to find a way to do that switch in this round, either halfway or alternating. I think halfway is going to be the best bet for you. And I like starting, if you're doing the halfway switch, I always like starting on your non-dominant side. So I would be loading my left hand first, because I'm right-handed. Fun fact, I'm right-handed. Very rare. Here we go. Back straight, left hand loaded. Reverse lunge. Lean forward, strong leg, stand. If you're switching, you're going to do it right about now. Switch your hand, switch your foot. Reverse lunge, lean, strong back leg, stand. Reverse lunge, lean, strong back leg. Time, awesome. To our shoulder press, once again, you have to find a way to make it even. I'm going to start with my left hand. Press, 3-second hold, reset. Here we go, ribs in, core tight. I'm squeezing my opposite hand, making sure I'm recruiting muscles from the opposite side of my body. You're going to switch, right about. Now, that's halfway. Switch hands if you need to. Almost there. Time. Down to the floor with our straight arm sit up. Now, this is going to be a difficult one to switch sides on. If you do switch sides, try to sit all the way back up so you're not fumbling with the weight while you're laying down underneath it. Here we go. Outside, here we go. To my ribs, to my press, control. Really post on that elbow, chest open, stack through the shoulders best you can. That's halfway. I'm gonna sit up, make my switch. Time. Excellent. What's next? Where are we? We're to our swings. It's our last one. 3 swings with the dead stop. Make sure dead stop. I'm leaning back slightly, pressure against my belt. Hike it back, stand tall. 2, 3, back swing, reset to floor. Hike it back, then stand up. 2, 3. Kill all that momentum by making sure it touches down to the floor. Then we have to regenerate, which makes this exercise a little bit harder. 3 seconds. Time. Woo. Awesome. That was a good one. Wipe the sweat from your eyes, just like that. And have a quick sip. We're coming back with round 3. Okay, starting round 3, we are going to go to our lateral swing. Now, lateral swing we have done before. We sprinkled it in here and there. Everyone kind of has their own take on the lateral swing. It's mostly safe, and then like all swinging or hinging exercise, it's safe when we're in proper hinge position. The lateral swing adds a little bit of extra difficulty because of the position where we're in a position where we might clip our legs. So make sure that you're hinging and you got room to clear those front knees. So at the bottom of the swing, we're out to the side with my hips back. When we stand up tall, we're using the hips to stand. It's going to help bring the arm in, and you can either just put the bend in the elbow and catch it, or you can go to the full 360. That look cool, right? Yeah, like I'm dancing. And it's really simple to do. If you want to give it a try and you have a lighter kettlebell, great time to give it a go. So all you're going to do is palm up, hinge. I'm going to go almost to a bottoms up position, almost in front of my face. Grab by my other hand and just continue to circle all the way around. Catch, circle, catch, circle. Now I'm kind of pausing it at the top, which is actually kind of hard. So I'm just going to flow through it. All right. Use the momentum of the bell. A lot of the kettlebell exercise are momentum based because we're learning to use our hips and swing some heavy weights. So that's exercise 1. Let's go. I'm talking too much because I thought I would get a break, but I'm talking so I'm not breathing. So I'm still tired. But let's find a way. If you're not doing the full 360, you can switch it to halfway. If you are trying the full 360, a little bit of a lighter weight. Once you get it, it's not hard at all. It just takes a little bit of coordination. Just make sure that you're switching hands and not grabbing your own fingers on top of your weight because that will bungle up your hand switch. Here we go, round 3. Lots of fun stuff coming up besides this one in 5 seconds. Standing tall, palm it to the side. Hinge the hips like you're petting a dog. Pet that dog, reset. Hips back. I'm out in front of my knees. I'm gonna go for the full 360 now. Up in front of my face to the other side. Hinge at the bottom on both sides of that swing. Set those hips back at the bottom. Stand tall. pushing through the heels, and you really need to keep the core tight. I really feel this in my obliques. Stabilize that circular swing. Time. Woo. We are going to go to clean, two-handed clean to our bicep curl. It's a little bit explosive, but not so much. You get a chance to catch your breath. Two-handed clean, catch by the horns, controlled curl, reset. A little bit of shoulders, hips, biceps. Wonderful exercise. Let's go. Flat back, explosive clean, catch, control. I'm taking my time through my bicep curl. Making sure my core is tight, keeping my back straight. And my body is just centered and pressing through my feet, staying well rooted, grounded. Keep my head nice and tall. 5 seconds. Time. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we're gonna go back down to the floor for some more abs. We're gonna do our straight arm scissor. Now, I'm gonna do it single arm because I'm gonna get the option to do a hip drop. So I'm gonna count to up 10, and then I'm gonna try to drop my hips to the side and reset. If you're not doing the hip drop, you're just going for flutters straight for 40 seconds. Control the roll, bring it back. Look up at the ceiling, or even better, look at your belt, especially on the hip drop. If you're doing the hip drop, eyes on your weight. Almost there. 5 seconds. Time. To our last one, up to our feet, bell. Set up between your toes, 2 jumps. 1, 2. Pick it up, deadlift style. Put it back down, make sure it's under your legs for 2. All right, 2, then deadlift. Here we go, flat back. 2 quick. 1, 2. Pick it up, squeeze, put it down. Squeeze, put it down. 1, 2. 15 seconds to go. Time. Oh, my bottom. I felt that in my bottom. Big deep breath. Get that heart rate down. We start back at the top with our lateral swing. I'll take a second to come watch, see where you are at. Bottom of the swing. Like there's a nice dog, big dog, there's a big dog in front of you. And you're giving a nice pet, petting to the outside. I realized I said that during the workout. Like you're petting a dog. It made no sense. That's your picture, a big dog in front of you. Here we go. All right, I'll just stop talking today. To the side, we stand. Stand. Now, bring to the face, all the way around. Circle in front. Let's see if everyone's got it. And if you're not feeling it, don't worry about it. Although you all have it and it looks amazing, awesome job. That's it. So we're hinging those hips. When we come around in this circle, that's when I feel the oblique activation during this switch. Got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Awesome, everyone just leveled up today. That is really good. Clean to bicep. Two-handed clean. Control bicep curl again. Thinking about length. When I'm standing tall, core tight, glutes tight, pressing through the heels. It does make a difference on how you activate, how you use your biceps. Let's go. Big clean, stand tall. Core tight, squeeze everything. You can make it a bicep exercise, or you can make it a full body exercise by standing tall and locking up even your quads, glutes, core. Think about pushing your heels down into the floor like you're trying to make a mark. Leave an imprint in the ground. 3 seconds. Excellent. We go down to the floor for our flutters. If you're just doing flutters, straight arm flutters, keep the lower back pressed to the ground. If you're doing the hip drop, 10 flutters with the hip drop. Move with control. Keep your eyes on your kettlebell. Here we go. Straight arm, upper back off the ground, straight legs. I'm gonna roll, drop my hip, reset. And remember to breathe. You gotta keep breathing. That's halfway. Keep going. Done. Woo. To our last one, 2 jumps to 1 deadlift. So even when we're jumping, we're still using our hips. It's still the same motion. Hips back, hips forward through the jump. I'm not jumping with my hips back. They come up, just like a deadlift. Here we go. 1, 2, hips back, stand tall. 1, 2. Keep going. I'm gonna come take a peek. That's it. Really squeeze. When you stand, you're taking a second to squeeze, contract everything. Once again, pressing through the heels. You guys are great. Squeeze, reset. 1, 2. Squeeze, reset. 1, 2. We got 3 seconds. And time. One more set. Get that heart rate down. Grab some water if you need it. We go back to our lateral swings. If it still seems a little unfamiliar, start on one side and then go into your 360s. Don't go right into it if you're having trouble with any of the switch. I like to keep my hands in the corners of my belt so that when I do make the switch, I have room to grab on the opposite side. If my hand's right in the middle, that's where you run the chance of squeezing your own fingers and messing up the transfer. We're on. Sorry, I was talking again. I'm gonna start with a couple of lateral swings, making sure I hinge at the bottom, and then now I'm good. Right around. Stand tall. Hinge on the swing, on the lateral portion. Don't swing, or don't lunge too early. I'm tall, then I lunge. I'm tall, then I lunge. That's it. 3 seconds. Time. Clean. Two-handed clean to bicep. Once again, we can make a bicep exercise, or we can make it a full body exercise by pushing through the heels, lengthening as much as you can. Let's go. You can take a peek. That's it. Stand tall through that position. Of course, you guys are awesome. Here we go. Stand tall. Control the curl. Both directions. Hinge those hips back. Keeping the back flat. 5 seconds. Excellent. To the floor, flutters with a hip drop. Now again, find a way to make it even by switching sides. Going to the ground. Let's go. Almost there. Oh, extra exercise. That was halfway. Let's switch sides. Oof. Down carefully. Coming out of that position, we go to our 2 jumps, 1 deadlift. This is our last one. Last exercise. Let's get it. Using the hips. Hips back, hips forward. Right through the jumps. 1, 2, even into the deadlift. Make sure the weight's underneath you. Let's go. You got this. Use your glutes. Stand tall. 5 seconds. And time. That is your kettlebell exercise for today. Wonderful job. Breathing hard. Thank you so much for coming out, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, you want to do it again, I'm back at 6:30 p.m. tonight for another kettlebell exercise. If not, 9 o'clock tomorrow, big hit. I promise it won't be too hard. And 11 o'clock, did you see that? 11 o'clock in person. Have a wonderful day. And any questions, let me know, message me. Besides that, you guys did amazing. All of you leveled up. Great job. Bye.